Hello and welcome back to Billy's Book Reviews. Please excuse the shininess on my face. It's my moisturizer for the night. But I am doing 2 months of books, so April and May. So let's just get started here, shall we? I picked this up at Barnes & Noble's last time I went because it's one of my favorite movies. I've seen it like 10 or 11 times, and I heard that the book was really, really good too. And boy, was it. We need to talk about Kevin by Lionel Shriver. I'm sure if you know, you know. If you have not seen the movie, please go watch it. And if you have not read the book, please go read it. It is basically a woman writing letters to her husband about their lives and mainly about their son, Kevin, who did some really, really horrible shit and was obviously like very mentally ill, born that way. I would really like to see a psychiatrist or a therapist read the book and do their own interpretations online. Whack, crazy book. 5 stars out of 5. Up next is The Bear by Claire Cameron. This is an adorable book. It's like a thriller-ish, but also adorable because it's first person spoken by a 5-year-old girl. It's about a bear attack that kills her parents. She has a little brother. They get lost, and I'm not going to spoil the rest, but it's really, really good. I would say it's probably good for kids in a later age, like the double digits, also to read. It's really good. How many times am I going to say it's really good? A lot. 4 out of 5 stars. And it's probably going to go in the donation bin. If you don't know, if I don't feel like I'm going to reread a book, I just put it in a donation bin to donate to the shelters. You're going to be seeing a lot of Frida McFadden in my book hauls because she is very quickly become one of my favorite writers of all time. So this one is The Teacher by Frida McFadden. Very, very good book. It's about a student who's coming back from a lot of rumors and stuff like that are not so nice. And she meets a teacher for the first time, and she develops a crush on him, and some inappropriate things go down. A couple of good twists, and I would highly recommend any Frida McFadden book. So for The Teacher, we're going to give 4 out of 5 stars. I loved these 2 books, and I love the just artwork on the books. It is so sick. Hello. So the first book is Ask for Andrea. These are by Noelle W. Eiley or Ely. I don't know how to pronounce it. Ask for Andrea, I do prefer over the other book. There's a third book that I have, but I have not read it yet. I believe that Ask for Andrea is a very, very important book for all women to read, and men and thems, whatever your sex is, but especially women. Ask for Andrea is a very tragic tale amongst 3 women who have been by a serial, and their ghosts or their spirits in the afterlife are trying to get him caught, trying to stop him from hurting other women, young women, and just trying to get justice. 5 out of 5 stars. This was the sequel, even though it had nothing to do with Ask for Andrea. She wrote 3 books that she said were like connected to each other in some way. The next one is Run on Red. I did not enjoy this one as much as Ask for Andrea, but it's also a very good book. It's about 2 girls that are in a car together, and they're driving to a party, and they get rear-ended and drove off into an accident by 2 men that they don't know, or they think they don't know. And they get really hurt and injured and are trying to escape. I give it 3 out of 5 stars. Come on, Blaze, let's go faster. This was a really, really good one, too. This is The First Witch of Boston by Andrea Catalano. Very, very good book. If you're interested in like Salem witch trials type stuff, this book is for you. I forget what year it takes place. 1646. So basically there is a midwife, and some tragic things happen in her lives and other people's lives, and basically they blame her for being a witch and causing these disturbances. Remember, in real life they didn't burn witches, they burned women and hanged them. That's what they did in America. A lot of people believe that in the Salem witch trials they burned witches. They actually didn't. In America they would hang them. Anyhow, I would give this 4 out of 5 stars, and I definitely will be reading it again. Literally just pulling out what comes next. So this is a little bit of a lie, because I didn't fully finish this book. Trust me, I really wanted to, but it's called Women of a Promiscuous Nature by Donna Everhart. I might go back to this, but I was just so bored, so unbelievably bored. The story really wasn't moving, and I don't know, but it takes place in the early 1900s and late 1800s, where women and girls who had horrible stuff happen to them are sent to an insane asylum because, once again, women and girls who had been by their father and gotten pregnant from it, they're sent to an institution to get rid of the fetus and forced her to do some horrible shit. Again, I can't really say much about the book because I didn't finish it, but I think it is an important book for women to read and men to read and all people to read. I probably will go back to it, and if I do, I will let you know how I like it, so I can't rate it so far. Then we have The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden, also a great book. The book follows Sydney. She lives in New York City, and she's a little bit, I would say, desperate for a boyfriend, and she meets somebody, and I don't want to give away her twist. I love Frida's twists, even though I almost always predict them. It's just fun. Frida's books are just so fun to read. 4.5 out of 5 stars for The Boyfriend. Oh, what do you know? The Surrogate Mother by Frida McFadden. This follows a young couple who have been trying to get pregnant but have infertility issues. So one of the young women that this woman works with, her secretary, says, "Hey, I'll surrogate for you. You know, I have no problem having your child." So they go through with it, and obviously these things always come with trouble. Yeah, not everything is how it seems. So I would give this 4 out of 5 stars. I watched this mini limited series a couple times over the past couple years, and I was like, I haven't watched it lately, but I really want to read the book. So this is Devil in Ohio by Daria Polton. I believe that's how you say her name. It's not based on a true story, but it's inspired by true events. There is a psychiatrist type doctor, whatever, working in the emergency room. A young girl comes in and she's not in good shape, and she will only talk to that one doctor lady. And the doctor lady decides to take her into her home until she can get a more permanent residence for her. And again, not all is as it seems. It's believed that this little girl was part of a cult and she was trying to run away from them. I don't want to spoil anymore, but 5 out of 5 stars. Will be reading again. Okay, gotta hurry this up. The Inmate by Frida McFadden. There is a nurse who she's a single mother, and she is working her first time in a prison, and she runs into an inmate that she used to, be with. And she's absolutely terrified, and some crazy shit goes down. Even I didn't see this twist. Some horrible shit had happened in her past, and it's bringing up really horrible memories, and she does not want to bump into him, and of course she does. 5 out of 5 stars. So far, besides the Housemaid trilogy, The Inmate is my favorite Frida McFadden book. Speaking of books with great twists, Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubecka. I believe that's how you say her name. It is about a woman and her daughter who go missing. And everybody, her husband, the neighbors, everybody is trying to find them. It's told from different people who speak throughout this novel and all their perceptions. I would say 4 out of 5 stars. Will read again. I gotta go so fast, right? The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. Would absolutely read this again. I would give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. It takes place back in time, the late 1800s, and then it also intertwines with present day. Please just go read it. It's a very good read. The final book in one of my favorite trilogies of all time, The Storm Over Camelot by Sophie Keach. Again, one of my favorite writers. Please go read it if you're into Arthurian tales. And it's also perfect for feminists. We need to talk about Kevin and this book. I really want to do a separate video because of how impactful they are. You've probably seen the movie. I saw the movie first and then went to Barnes & Noble to pick up the book because I really, really wanted to read it. This is Room by Emma Donoghue. Oh my God. It's told from the perspective of a 5-year-old boy. I really don't want to say anything else. Just go read it and watch the movie.